sisters of my heart. My name is Fulvio. I'm going to play and sing a couple of songs to help me, to help you, to help us to harmonize ourselves, to prepare for the Spiritism talk tonight. So the first song called Vibration, and goes like this. Loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always. Loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into our dreams become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into songs. Our dreams become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity. Now I'm gonna sing a song that really calmed me down. If I close my eyes to pray, I heard the sound of the sea far away. If I close my eyes to pray, Jesus cradles me, in His arms I sway. Body harmonizes, how well done with the head. Music lifts His spirit sings sweet ballet. Nature's love, a constant giveaway. In joy and peace, my heart finds its way. If I close my eyes to pray, Jesus cradles me, in His arms I sway. lay. Nature's love, a constant giveaway. In joy and peace, my heart finds its way. If I close my eyes to pray, Jesus cradles me, in His arms I sway. If I close my eyes to pray, Jesus cradles me, in His arms I sway. Now I'm gonna sing a song, Good Old Man. It's about our protector, our mentor, Dr. Bezerra de Menezes. Blue crystal eyes, color of the sky, gray bushy beard, Santa's look alike. Shine on your brothers on earth, suffering, living joy, or in pain. Blue crystal eyes, color of the sky, gray bushy beard, Santa's look alike. Shine on your brothers on earth, suffering, living joy, or in pain. Bezerra de Menezes, Apostle of the good, receive our praise and also our heart. Bezerra de Menezes, Apostle of the light, place our pain at the feet of Jesus Christ. Bezerra de Menezes, Apostle of the good, receive our praise and also our heart. Bezerra de Menezes, Apostle of the light, place our pain at the feet of Jesus Christ. Now, song to Mother Zephyrina. Source of love that radiates, oh, power, cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades flowing down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in her Lord. The solution lies in her Lord. Oh, my Mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make your small son a good Christian, make source of love that radiates, warming up our cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades flowing down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. Oh, my mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make your small son a good Christian, make your small son a good Christian.
Wherever you are, glowing seeds of love, as our Master Jesus taught. You will see that behind every sight there's a flame shining bright, tiny spark created by God. I will follow your path, Father, 'cause nobody's alone in life, and the stars of my destiny will be hid by your love. Disseminate wherever you are, glowing seeds of love, as our Master Jesus taught. As our Master Jesus taught.
Another day, another flower.
Hello, friends. Good evening to everyone. How's everybody doing? Welcome to our public meeting. We're so happy to have you here today. If you are either listening to us on, live right now, or if you're watching this on demand, anytime later. So, like always, we want to give you our warmest welcome for being here, and we like to share these announcements every time. So if it's your first time here, then you can have an idea of how this meeting will go. So we ask you to turn off your phone notifications, find a quiet place if possible, and really be present during this time. This is our time um, for us together to nourish our souls, to through Spiritism, in the tenets of Spiritism, the message of Jesus to um, improve ourselves, right? Get more hopeful with the day. So even if you are not feeling so great today, but you made it here, welcome. And yes, let's all be hopeful and believe that things will get better, right? So the meeting has more or less 30 minutes presentation, and then we have questions and answers, and we also have spiritual care. So part of our spiritual care is the magnetization of water. So now is a good time for you to set aside a small container. It can be a cup or it can be a small jar of potable water, drinkable water, and set aside that during the spiritual treatment, that water will be magnetized. You can even say, blessed. So it have good energies that you and your family can drink, during the week. So our meeting is every Tuesdays at 7:30 Central Time through Spiritism Canada, Conference Continental Americas, and Spiritism Canada. But also on Wednesdays is retransmitted through our friends at Kardec Radio in their Facebook channel, also in their YouTube channel. So if you like Spiritism or you are curious about Spiritism, you can come and study with us Spiritism. There's a perfect course for anybody starting to study Spiritism. That course is called Get to Know Spiritism. It is free. It is online. It is every Saturday at 5:15 Eastern Time. So a new course, a new class will be starting this fall. So stay tuned for more information. And if you need any, if you want any information too before we start, putting that out before the fall, just contact us. We also offer gospel at home, so you can request that one of us help you to start and to maintain the gospel at home. So the gospel at home is very simple. It's a practice. It's a habit that we create, right? That's why we say we will let you get it started and help you maintain, where a set date every week and a set time, you and your family, or you, if you live by yourself, or if your family does not want to participate, you set that time, 20 minutes, 30 minutes maximum, where you can pray and also you can meditate on the gospel of Jesus Christ. It has a lot of benefits for you, for your neighborhood, right, for your family, for the environment where you are. But if you would like to start, but you don't know how, you can contact us and we'll be happy to show you how you can get started. We also have what we call a vibration book. So that is like our prayer book, and you can put your name or the name of anybody, incarnate or discarnate, that is in need of prayer, of vibrations. And it's a confidential list, is online link, and you can put as many names as you would like to. And you can put it this week and then next week different ones, or next month you can come back again and add other names. So there's not a limit, but we will pray, right, for vibrations of strengthening the person. It can be any kind of problem that they are going through. And through this vibration, this intentional prayer that we are going to be doing for all of the people that the names are in that online vibration book, and we know that they will be assisted. And today, that's what we are all here for. We are going to be studying the Spiritist book, the Gospel according to Spiritism. And the topic of today is the mission of the intelligent person on earth. So we are on chapter 7, that is entitled Blessed Are the Poor in Spirit, and this is item 13. So if you have any questions or comments, please put them on the chat. We love seeing them, and we'll collect these questions at the end and we'll address them. So today, our friend Rodrigo is going to be doing the talk, and he's going to be doing also our opening prayer. And we just want to wish him, a great talk. And I will welcome Rodrigo now, and I'll see you later. Welcome, Rodrigo.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me this night. I will start my talk with the prayer, the opening prayer. So I invite you to close your eyes, elevate your thoughts to the Most High, understanding that we are here to learn, to share, and our intelligence represents an opportunity, a tool that we can use to improve ourselves in our mission of self-enlightenment through our life, our incarnated life, but also to uplift the others, to bring knowledge, to understand, to forgive, and above all, to bring our family, our friends, and even those who does not like us close to God, to His teachings, close to Jesus in His presence. So we ask our good spirits to inspire us every day to say the right word, to understand and see the need of others, so we can provide with our intelligence the best approach in their transformation and also in ourselves. So ask Master Jesus to stay with us today and always. So be it. Thank you very much. Today I will be talking about the chapter 7. Now, blessed are the poor in spirit. Now talking about the item 13. The mission of the intelligent person on earth. This talk is specific from the teachings of the Spirit Ferdinand from Bordeaux on the year of 1862. So, acquire knowledge, develop intelligence is part of our daily lives. It's part of the way we try to improve ourselves, get a better job, understand each other. So in that discussion, we can clearly see there is something more that we should do it with that. And in many cases, we are failing. At least I am failing in the use of my capacity. Everyone who have opportunity to watch any of my talks saw this image, so I use that a lot, because I like this the level of evolution, understanding who is up and down. And when we see the perspective of intelligence, so it's clear that who is on top have more ability, maybe more knowledge, better educational resources. So it's surrounded by a learning environment. And I want to bring here that sometimes we come to this life, to the incarnated life, with acquired knowledge, acquired intelligence that we built from past ones. But we may don't use that in the best way, or we have here our intelligence as a tool that we can build. So we may feel we are on the top under the aspect of intelligence. So living in Canada, many of us are foreign. So we came from different countries. Like I came from Brazil, some people from, like India, South America in general. So we have more than one language. We have opportunity to share our experience of life with family and friends. So we reach a higher level of learning. But because our morals sometimes they're not in the perfect situation, we kind of invert. We are trying to use that to develop our moral values, our qualities. Because in many cases, staying here on Earth, in this planet of trials and tournaments, is an opportunity for us to increase our moral perspective of moral life. So let's think about it, and see. How are you? It's using your intelligence ability, and if that is giving you a better moral approach to others. So are you seeing the world? Are you seeing the difficulties of people, your neighbor? And are you trying to help them? Inside of your home, are you choosing the right words to not hurt, but to support and inspire? So those are very small actions that show us if you will think we are on the top. We maybe are the ones who have to go up and up for the moral development. So from look to on, much is given, much will be required. And that's another opportunity for us to reflect, considering knowledge, education, and opportunities that we received. Again, living in Canada, one great country who offer us a lot of opportunities and support. When we compare with many others that for different reasons have no options to offer to their population. And then we can think, are we giving back at least a little bit of that? Understanding that everything that we learn give us also responsibility of using that in a proper way. What is God requiring of you today? And that can be someone who knocks our door, someone maybe within your house or outside that needs a help. I'm not talking only about material things, but sometimes it's just for us to stop and listen and see someone. It's enough for a transformation and for us to accomplish our work. So intelligence is not a privilege, but a mission. It is entrusted to us for a benefit of all, not just ourselves. Pride in knowledge blinds us to its true purpose. So we should understand the intelligence as an ability to serve better. Because again, if you have that benefit, we understand better the things, we can see better others' conditions and even the path and guide people through that, we have more ability to understand Jesus' teachings, for example, and translate that to others who have not capacity of understanding. So our intelligence is give to us, or the environment that we live in, as something that we can apply for teaching, mentoring, and innovation for good, doing different things, helping people work on that. So, what is my mission, you may ask? And in this chapter, the answer comes quick and simple. The nature of the instrument indicates its use. So, we all have talents and abilities, more for one side than others. Some people are really good in math, for example, and another ones in literature. Some understand better, have a great capacity of seeing first what's coming. So it doesn't matter your ability or your capacity of intelligence, that can be useful and is indicating you a good way to help others. That can be, again, in your home, can be in your work, can be in outside. There are plenty of options for you to do good in your institution, in your church, in your spiritual center. So we always have that, and that can be in our mission. And we don't need to change the mountain from one place to another. We can just work with a mustard seed. That small thing, as we work, we will see slowly but surely the process, the good that we do become a larger wave that will bring peace to your heart, but to those close to you, and then the other ones, and then the other ones, and the work will come. So when you are open to work in something that will help others, more and more people will come to you as you are ready. So don't worry too much about what the size of your work, the magnitude of that. If your work your work is 1 hour per week, per month, doesn't matter. Keep doing that and you see the transformation that will cause. So, God's intentions in our birthplace. Again, we live in Canada, some people live in Brazil, as my family. My home family. Some people live in Africa, in the United States, and in England. So every place that we are living in, it's not by chance, it's not by accident. Right? So the environment that we have, the opportunities that we have, and we are doing, is because God places where we can develop and help others to develop. It's like a gardener giving a hoe. Our gifts indicate our hoe. So again, remember the previous slides. If we understand that our instrument, the instrument as our knowledge, our capacity, our intelligence, we should use that to not only for our improvement. There's nothing wrong to use what we have for self-improvement, to again get a better job. That's fine, that's part of our life. But let's reserve some time to help others, because that's part of our mission. Unfortunately, in many cases, we misuse our intelligence. So we use intelligence to deny God or manipulate others is betrayal. Why is that? Because God gifts us something that we should use for the good, to share, to bring people close to Him. And if you're not using that, if you're actually, so we could not use, so it will be a neutral action. We are not helping, but we are not making people's life worse. But in many cases, we use in the wrong way. And that is coming back to us as cause and effect relationship, because we build our own suffering. As we know, we are not being punished. God is not punishing us. We are building our suffering as a consequence of our wrongdoings. The misuse of our intelligence is affecting us. So consequences follow until one returns to God's path. We will keep accumulating. Our free will stop after the first wrong acting, because then we'll be, let's say our free will is this size, with one wrongdoing will get smaller and smaller and smaller until we have no space for mistakes anymore. And then we will start getting the consequence of our wrongdoing for our own learning. So when we have a problem, when we have a disease, something happened in our life it's not under our control, that is a meaningful situation saying to us, it's time for you to change. And it's a good sign for our intelligence to understand that it's time for us to move from one position to another. It's time to do something different, treating people in a different ways, reworking the way we do our day, and the magical things about time. As we know, time is served for spirits in development like us, is every day is a new day. So I may fail today with someone, with myself, with Jesus, but tomorrow I have another chance to restart. So every day is a new opportunity. Every month, every week, every year. So I still have time, knowing that we don't know when our incarnated life will end, and we don't have knowledge of the circumstances of that, but we can try tomorrow and see how thing goes. Like look for forgiveness, forgive, see people, understand people, open your heart to these transformations. So many today use intelligence for exploitation or vanity. In many cases, we think we are better because, we have a diploma, a title, we studied in one or another university, we talk and we know more than one language, so we think we are better than other people. But in actuality, all those gifts that we receive from God represent an opportunity of self-development, but also a way to help others. And remember, the divine justice is patient, but will come for one of our choices. It means the path for the good that I am taking will come back to me as I'm planting a small seed, so the plant will grow for my good actions. The other side also will come to me back for consequence. So it's up to me to choose the path that I want to, so that's my free will, but I will receive the results in many ways. So the right use leads to merit. When intelligence follows God's will, it brings spiritual merit. It uplifts others and aids humanity evolution. Misuse leads to spiritual stagnation and suffering. I think all of us experience doing good, and how that good acting come back to us, make us happy, make our heart light. We feel doesn't matter how high is the level of energy, physical energy that we spend helping others. We have a night. Sometimes we go to sleep for a few hours because we have working to help others until the late of the day and have to wake up early to continue what we are doing. So we feel that positive energy and that regenerates us. And this is very important because our intelligence is a beacon, not a throne. So we need to use that as a path, not to sit there and just stay there. So how can we see the real life application of this knowledge? So are we using what we know to uplift or to impress? Do we listen and teach or just debate and prove? So we are always trying to be the right one in a discussion. So we are always trying to impose what we know. How can we serve better with that we know? So how can I use what I know, not to put people under me, but to bring them up, to make them learn something? So I want to use that moment, this moment, to think about it, introspect the idea. How can I use what I know to serve, to help? So that's the transformation that we are all looking for. I'm far from being a perfect person. I'm far from use what I know to help others. So I keep coming to myself every day and say, okay, in this situation, how can I help? I think Jesus brought through his intelligence amazing moments. I always get so amazed by his teachings, his sentence, the way he deals with all the problems that we are bringing to him. But this passage, it's one of the special ones, right? When Jesus was brought to a woman caught in adultery, and we know the Pharisees was trying to use his own words against him later, and then he brought one of the most amazing teachings from him, saying, "Let he who is without sin cast the first stone." And then people just left the scene, so they were not able to cast even a small stone because there is no one besides him, Jesus himself, who was without sin. So nobody could do nothing, right? So he changed the environment entirely and make people think about themselves, say, okay, I'm not capable of doing that. Why am I judging that woman if I am not myself a perfect person? So he used intelligence to awaken conscience. He guided with compassion and protected the weak. So in one simple sentence, he made many layers of the use of intelligence to help others. And the Spirit saying that, right? He's our model. He was able, and at the end of this passage, he said to the woman, saying, "Nobody judge you. I will not judge you myself. So go and don't sin anymore." And that's an important aspect of his teachings. So he's protecting her, he's teaching others, but he's making clear for her as for us, let's change today and tomorrow, try to not do that mistake anymore. So let's learn is basically what he's saying. Let's learn, and this learning will help with our transformation. So he is our model. Intelligence is a sacred tool. It's coming from God as an opportunity. Sorry. Use it to enlighten, not to exalt. Our mission is to lead others to God. And our intelligence is an amazing way to help this process. Be a light barrier, not just a light. Or a light alone is nothing. Doesn't matter how bright this light is, if it's not helping, if it's not giving the path, if it's not providing a better way, what's the usability of that light? So yes, we have to study and learn to enlighten ourselves so we can shine brighter. But once that is happening, we should go and find the others and share that light, show the path. And how we can do that? Doing the right things first, right? There's no merit of me teaching others if I'm not learning myself. And that's probably is one of the hardest things, because it's easy to tell others what to do. It's harder to do that as well. And I'm including that because, again, I have a lot of to do and work with myself and with others to accomplish this mission. So he's our model. We should learn from him all the time. And I'm bringing this slide to close my talk today, because every teaching, every time when we dedicate a moment to open the Gospel according to Spiritism, the Bible, or the book that you can learn Jesus' teachings, is an opportunity to reborn, to, again, our timeline is amazing because every day is a new day, and we can use that next day, or we can use tomorrow to restart, open our hearts, being humble. Because one of the things that makes my life harder is sometimes I don't want to ask for forgiveness or just admit that I'm wrong. It makes me suffer and makes people around me suffering as well, you know. So I want to be inspiring myself for these teachings, as I know the topic that I'm receiving is not by mistake, by chance. So it's important. I am the first one who is learning from it, as I have to prepare the talk, and I'm here talking about it. So let's use the opportunity of Jesus' teachings, this one, the one from last week, the one from the next week, as an opportunity to restart. Again, we are not able to transform ourselves entirely, at least I'm not. But I can examine my soul and say, okay, tomorrow I will try and avoid that particular problem or acting. I will try to be more kind. I will try to listen more and speak less. And when time comes for me to speak, I will stop and think, choosing the best words, not to make myself more important, but to share what is right and to uplift the other. So small things that we can do tomorrow, even today. So that's my invitation for you to close my talk. And I hope that all of us can use our intelligence, understanding this gift that we receive, to help others. And if you look around, you see plenty of opportunities to do that. So I want to thank you for the opportunity of talking once more. And I hope that talk can help you, as definitely is helping myself. So have a good night, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
All right, friends. So after this great discussion, right, that Rodrigo led us, Unfortunately, he's not able to stay here for the questions, but we have a couple of questions, so I will just try to, go over them with you all. But again, just as a reminder, this is chapter 7, item 13 of the Gospel according to Spiritism, and the title of this message is "The Mission of the Intelligent Person on Earth." So everything that Rodrigo said and the way that he led us in the reflection about what we do with the intelligence, right, that we have was great. I just wanted to highlight from the message itself, when it says the intelligence is rich in merit for the future. So intelligence can help us, right? It's one of those treasures that can help us in the future life, but on the condition that it is employed rightly, right? And the message also in the last paragraph says that unfortunately, many of us make intelligence an instrument of pride and perdition for ourselves. So it can be something that help us, but depending on how we use it, right? Like how he explained. So we have a couple of questions here. So this one from Publio. So it asks, what could happen with a very intelligent person that use it to spread suffering on earth, on this life and another life? So that is a very good question, right? And that is really the point for us to reflect. So we know that the law, like Rodrigo was explaining, cause and effect, or cause and consequence. So we are free to choose whatever we want to plant. However, we were gonna only harvest what we plant. So with our intelligence, we are planting. I don't know. I was thinking, I love vegetables and fruit, so I think they're just miracle. It's hard for me to think about one that is bad. But let's say we're planting lemons. We're going to have to do lemonade because we cannot harvest oranges, right? So if you plant corn, you're not going to, harvest watermelon, right? So I can plant whatever I want in this life, but I would just have to really accept, right, the consequences of that. So and the spirits are very, very clear in this message, saying that we should not, warning us, right, that we should not use our intelligence for bad, that we really need, it's a gift from God, so we need to use it properly and to help the betterment of ourselves, but also of others, right? And because what we do in this life has consequences in the next one. Remember, our life is just not just one chapter, but it's a book with multiple chapters, or even maybe a collection of books with different, right? Book number 1, 2, and 3, until we get to that evolution. So if we don't use our intelligence here, well, then, we're going to have to repay this bad use of the intelligence. And we have one more from Marceli. She's asking, how can we use our intelligence in a good way in order to help our neighbors? And I think Rodrigo, he mentioned some of those things, right, that we can use to help. And it can depend on anything that you can do. It depends on your talents, right? So if you know language, then you can help translate, right? But even if it's not a special talent, as Rodrigo was talking, I was really thinking and trying to reflect how nowadays there's this whole thing about who is right, who is wrong, and also about the sharing sometimes of bad information, right? So one of the ways we can use our intelligence to really reflect on the things that we are learning that comes to our mobile phone, to our, text group, our family group. And before we press that little share, we can use our intelligence to really see if that is going to help someone, or if that's going to create more fear, more chaos, right? More incite violence, right? That is not a good use, of our intelligence. So I think, helping others, and sometimes, it's like, if you can garden and you're very good, you have a green thumb, like we say, I mean, you can teach others, right? You can do a small, garden, and you can share with somebody, whatever you're planting there. If you know how to read, you can teach others that, believe or not, in this globe there are some people who do not know how to do that, right? Sometimes it's your intelligence in a way that you already went through college and you know the process, so you can teach the process to someone and help a young, men or women that want to go to college. So there are so many ways, right, that we can use our intelligence. Anything that we know and that we have knowledge that can make life easier, more productive, we can actually use that, to help others. Also, to know that the spreading the knowledge also, it's really important. So that was our talk for today, and we'll continue now with our spiritual care. So remember that our spiritual care has passes and the magnified water. So what is passes? So passes is the transfusion of spiritual energy, assisting our physical, emotional, and mental balance. So if you want to have the best benefits from the passes treatment, you can just be, in a quiet place, close your eyes so that you can be, it's easier to mentalize, to give power to the words you're listening to, the images that are bringing into your mind, or you can just remain in prayer. So this is a guided passes, so you can just relax and listen to the recording, that then you're gonna be able to follow the whole treatment. In the magnetized water, so remember that water that you set aside earlier, the drinkable water, that water will receive healing energy for your body and your soul, which you and your family can benefit from. And before our treatment, and we are about to start our spiritual treatment, I will do a prayer that is going to be also our final prayer for tonight. So I invite you to close your eyes with me, to join me with your hearts, with your minds in prayer. So let's all elevate our thoughts to the Almighty God, thanking Him for His presence in our lives, for the world that we live in, for all life forms around us, for the opportunity to incarnate and to live in this beautiful blue planet, in a place with so many challenges, but also with so many resources for us to succeed in this incarnation. So thanking God for the opportunity to learn, for the opportunity to use our intelligence, the things that we learn, for the betterment of ourselves, our families, our communities, and the whole humankind. So may God help us. May Jesus, our friend, be always by our sides, helping us make the right choice in how we can use the things that we already know, and that we never lose the motivation to learn more, to teach more, to grow more. We also ask our brother Jesus to bless all the people that are listening right now, the ones that usually congregate with us every week, the ones that listen to us on demand. May God protect them, bless their families and their places of work. May they all be strengthened in hope, in faith, in courage, and in joy. We also ask our brother Jesus and all the high spirits for all the people that are in our prayer book, all the names there. May Jesus help each and every one of them in their most needs, in the things that worry them or that keep them up at night, refreshing their souls, strengthen their spirit with courage, with hope, so that renewing their physical body, their perispirit, illuminating their mind and freeing their minds of all negative thoughts, of all thoughts of not being able to, not being worth it, of trying to give up. So may Jesus help all of them, not just for the merit that they might have, but based on the law of love that God has for us, that it is love, justice, but is also mercy and providence. So thank you, Jesus. May you be with us tonight. May we have a good week, and may we be together in your name many, many more times very soon. So be it.
Let's get ready for the bath and water fluidification. Please get a container with clean water to be fluidified. Brothers and sisters, it does not matter where you are, what type of hardships you are going through. Jesus is always ready to come and help us. Place yourself in a comfortable position which can make it easy for you to reach concentration and receptiveness. Breathe slowly and easily. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill up your lungs with air and let it out very slowly. Let tranquility and peace energies penetrate your lungs and move throughout your body. Your soul in harmony with your body feels easy and in peace. Let's imagine Jesus' passage. A clear day, the sun's golden rays illuminate the happy passage in Capernaum. A lot of white houses, multicolored vines, and hopping birds fill the landscape with optimism. The news about cures attracted the crowd in need. Suddenly, Jesus appears slim and handsome. His tunic was hanging down to his feet. At sunset, all those with sick people hit by several illnesses would bring them, and as he placed his hands over each one, he would heal them. This is what Luke the evangelist says. Let's imagine Jesus approaching you. He holds his friendly hands over our head. Notice that from his generous hands, a waterfall with clear and pure water originated from his love come to bathe you. It flows on your head, goes down your shoulders, bathe all your being, and brings you peace, serenity, and balance. They remove all impurities and pacify you. Feel the water bathing you, cleaning. Breathe. Now, imagine Jesus as a sun before you. His light, his warmth surrounds you. Feel the healing energy that comes from Jesus towards you. He hears your prayers. Trust him. His love is endless and it follows you and protects you. It provides you with everything you need. Have faith. Absorb the healing energy from Jesus. His light surrounds you. Feel the energy going through all your body. Feel stronger and in peace. Lord Jesus, our divine friend, reach out your generous hands, Lord, and change this water into medicine for our physical and spiritual illnesses. Protect us, Jesus, with your peace. Spread those vibrations of love throughout my home, Lord. May peace, health, and tranquility reign here. We are very grateful to you, Jesus. Stay with us today and forever. Thank God. Please remember to use the fluidified water.
Friends, it is with the sweet vibrations of the passes that we bid you good night. We hope you have enjoyed, the talk, also the spiritual treatment. May you be feeling much better now than when you started this hour with us. And don't forget to follow us on Spiritism Canada and on Facebook and YouTube, and the Path of Light too. We will see you next week, and we thank you. Goodbye. Have a good night, and may God bless you. Bye-bye.